weighing in fights and films.
Hi, welcome to Weighing In Fights and Films. I'm Jenny Rose. I'm here with my cousin and co-host,
Brett the Threat, and we're going to be reviewing a fight film, The Matrix, the very first Matrix, starring Keanu Reeves and who else?
Lawrence Fishburne, Hugo Weaving.
Mr. Anderson.
Actually, you sounded more like Roz from Monsters, Inc. doing that.
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah. Joe Pantoliano.
Oh yeah, he's been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Very great character actor.
Carrie Ann Moss.
Dodge this.
This came out in '99.
Mm-hmm. I saw it in the theater 3 times. In the theater, not just rental.
So you got no life, huh? Directors were Lana Wachowski.
Well, now she's a woman.
What?
Yeah, he's post-op transsexual.
Oh, I just assumed it was
It was the Wachowski brothers, but now one of them's a woman.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know this?
No, I did not know.
Wow, this is old news.
Yeah. Okay, well, okay. So yeah, directed by the Wachowski siblings.
There you go.
I don't think we got to worry about spoilers or anything. Blue pill, red pill, doesn't matter at this point, right?
Right.
Lawrence Fishburne plays Morpheus.
Morpheus.
Yeah. And Keanu Reeves is Neo.
Neo.
And he's basically woken up to the realization that he's basically a battery.
Yes.
Everyone's basically a battery. I love how they learn stuff in this movie. Like, he goes through learning stuff and they just, like, input it like a USB plug to the back of the brain.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
instantaneous. I want that.
dude, I know Kung Fu.
of all the Matrix movies, this is by far the best one of them all.
No,
I mean,
it's all downhill from here.
we were talking earlier about the fight scenes and how, like, what's great about these fight scenes in this movie is that they actually project the plot forward instead of just like random fight scenes just for the sake of action. Like, the very first fight scene is with Neo learning Kung Fu from Morpheus, so that's like...
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, famous lines too. Yeah.
So there's a point to the scene and not just like gratuitous, hey, let's just do some wire work because it's pretty.
And then this is also the first movie where they get that camera rotating.
Bullet time.
Bullet time.
Yes.
This is where you see it, and then they just overuse it. The whole little where she jumps up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that Matrix scene where he does this.
Yeah, that's the big one.
I can do that.
Can you really?
Yeah. What would you say the end goal of this movie is? Because they're basically just getting Neo into the world.
They tell you that right in the beginning, and Morpheus is looking for the one that will actually free everybody from the bondage of being asleep.
So we can go into this other realm, which is all gray and dreary and serving you gruel.
Right, the virtual world, the world that we know is
Joe
the fake world.
like, I'm gonna eat the chicken.
I know the steak isn't real, but when I put it in my mouth, it's juicy and delicious. One thing I've learned after 5 years. Ignorance is bliss. So it's a science fiction movie, but it's also a fight movie because of all the kung fu scenes in it. And
there's good fight choreography in it, good fight scenes. I approve of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And like, usually when I watch kung fu movies, like from China, it's like the wire work is just so outlandish. You kind of roll your eyes at it. It's like, okay, it's pretty and stuff. But in this movie, it makes sense, all the wire work, because they set it up as like they're in the virtual world and you can break rules like gravity.
They overcome the physics by removing the physics.
Right.
Yeah.
By saying you're in a fake world, so you can do whatever you want.
It's like Bugs Bunny.
Right.
I know this goes against the laws of physics, but I never studied law. How do you weigh in on this movie?
This movie is great. It's an action movie. It's got betrayal. It's got great writing, great characters. I love it. It's science fiction. The ideas behind it, the dystopian future that they're trying to escape out of. And there's a lot of like cool fight scenes in it, and you can watch it over and over. I think it's 5 punches.
Yeah, you're like a little kid right now.
Yeah, I love it. I love this movie.
But no, I weigh in on it as 5 punches as well. I like the look of it, the feel of it. Yeah, the pacing is good.
Mm-hmm.
The fights have my approval.
Directing is great. The writing is fantastic.
Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, they're all good in it.
Yeah, there's no like really slow points in it. Even like when it's
along. Yeah.
even like when after they wake up, what you might say that's like the slow point in the movie, because then they're trying to explain the world. But even like them explaining as to what happened to Earth and how it got there, even that's interesting. So even the slow moments keep it moving.
Right. Started some fashion trends.
Yeah, well, it's kind of gothy.
Yeah. No, and I think it started a lot of kind of some trends in action movies as well. That bullet time.
Oh yeah, that's everywhere now.
Yeah.
And I like that there's strong female characters in this.
Yes, it's one of the earliest I can think of really with a strong female that is plausible. Like
Yeah.
like not over the top trying to compensate strong female. Yeah, like because so many times in actions, I complained about that in Aliens with the Marine chick, where it's like,
Yeah, she's all butch.
okay, you're overdoing it. No, but this was an actual. She did a good job with the character, and put her in as Black Widow. Take out Scarlett Johansson. She doesn't do a good job.
You hate her.
Yes, I do. I want her job.
All right, don't bother seeing Matrix 2 and 3. Those are terrible.
Yeah, no, it's downhill from there. Stick with the first one. First one's awesome. Second and third, just
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's how we weigh in on the Matrix. Don't forget to support her MMA fight career by clicking the link below to buying some of her merchandise. And
Merchandise. Yeah, and you can support this YouTube channel, Weighing in Fights and Films. We have a link below for merchandise, and you could also support us.
Merchandise.
Merchandise.
Yes.
Are we saying with an accent because we're watching from Stockholm at the moment, and everybody's got an accent, except for there was one fight with 2 Americans. But you can also support by liking, commenting, and subscribing, getting me off on my lines.
Yes, and tell us what you think of the Matrix. I'm sure there's something we missed.